Hi there, welcome to my channel. I'm Maggie. This is Moon Directed. Generally, we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. But today, when I got ready to do the new moon readings, Spirit had another idea. And so, next thing you know, I'm doing a pick a card reading, which I've never done before, so I'm a little nervous about it. But anyways, I pulled the cards, and I really want you to kind of use your intuition. I want you to look at these cards and use your intuition to figure out which one is the one that you want to select. I'm going to actually turn the camera down so you can get a good look at them. I want you to pick the deck that most resonates for you. Let me see, get you a little closer here. All right, so I really want you to take a look at these and use your intuition and follow along with what you are picking up, okay? So this will be 1. This is 2, this is 3. It might be backwards in your, because I can't tell. I think it probably is. But this is group 1, this is group 2, this is group 3. And so then I intuitively chose some gemstones, and I placed them where Spirit directed. And so I'm going to just read a little bit about the gemstone that went with it, because I think it has to do with the messages inside, and that might help you to select which one you're more comfortable with. So this one right here, group 1, is amethyst. I pay attention to my intuition and dreams. I easily interpret their messages. And group 2 is I receive messages. Oh, it's lapis lazuli. Yeah, I don't say that right at all. I receive, it's the stone that they used to grind down to make the blue painting that's on some paintings from back at the Renaissance. It's very cool. Anyways, I receive messages all the time and follow my internal guidance system. I receive messages all the time and follow my internal guidance system. And group 3 is I'm always divinely protected and I know I am safe. This is Jet. I am always divinely protected, and I know that I am safe. Jet. Okay, so go ahead and pick for yourself 1, 2, or 3. I am going to move these cards over here, and we're going to go ahead and get started with group 1. And we'll see what we get. I'm actually going to file these cards back in so that we can get them for final messages at the end, so that they're available for that. And if it comes up twice, it would be very significant. All right, so this is the love reading, pick a card love reading for June 2019. Pick a card love reading for June 2019. Whatever group that you selected, that's the one you listen to. I will timestamp. All right, so here we are at 3:10. All right, group 1. So the way I did this was I divided it up by the feminine energy, the masculine energy, and the overall energy. Okay, so the first card represents what is the masculine current energy. The first 2 cards actually. And then what is the masculine energy currently at? This card is what is the obstacle that the divine, well, not divine, but the masculine energy feels. This is if the masculine energy could, this is how they feel. This is the obstacle. This is how they feel. If they could share a message with their female counterpart, what would it be? And this is advice from the divine for the masculine. All right. And, ooh, let's get that down just a little bit more. All right. And then same deal on the feminine side. We have current energy of the female. What is the obstacle that they see in the situation? How do they feel about the situation? If they could tell the masculine energy something, what would it be? And there's advice from the divine. And then this right here is the current situation. This is what you can do about it. If you're viewing this, what can you put into this? And this card will be the most likely outcome. And this card is the underlying energy or factor of the situation. Okay? All right, so let's go ahead and we'll start with the masculine side. So the masculine energy, we have the Page of Pentacles. So the masculine is feeling like there's a new beginning at hand, and it might be thinking about creating wealth. He might be focusing on the job. He's focusing on something new, a new opportunity of some sort. It could be in a relationship, but he's definitely focusing on a new something or the other. And with that comes Helios, which is the god of the sun, and it's about cycles. And so it feels like a new beginning, like a cycle. There's a new beginning going on. And for the female, we have the Page of Cups. Nice, nice. So I'm sorry, this is the Knight of Cups. They have them worded a little differently. So this is bringing in a love offering and having faith. Jeanne d'Arc, having faith. So the current situation between the two of them, is commitment. Nice. It's commitment and the Two of Swords. So it might be a new beginning and protecting. So I feel this Two of Swords is oftentimes about self-protecting until you've made a decision, and the decision is about a commitment. So if it's a new relationship, I feel like that right now it's sitting in the balance of do we or don't we actually have this relationship? Do we take it to a new level? Where are we going with this? I'm not really sure. Let's take a look at this. In the meantime, I'm just going to protect my heart until I can figure out what the next stage is. And so that is the current situation of this relationship between this masculine energy of the new beginning and this feminine energy of having faith and offering romance, offering opportunity of the heart. The masculine thinks the obstacle is strength. Is he strong enough to get into a relationship? So maybe he just came out of a really bad relationship and he's trying to decide, do I have the energy to even get into a new relationship? Is this even something I want to do? And the feminine thinks that the obstacle is some sort of an addiction or a bad habit. It's the Devil. So it could be the obstacle is feeling like you're tied down to a situation that you can't control. It controls you. So it could be a financial situation. It could be an emotional. It could be an addiction. It could be it feels like you feel bound. Like you feel bound, but you have faith and you're offering love. So that's interesting. So the masculine, how does he feel about this whole situation? Well, he has romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So he's interested, but he might not be quite ready. He's at the beginning stages, and she's at the stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So it looks like they're both looking at the situation favorably, but they're weighing it out. So if the masculine energy could tell the feminine energy something, it would be the past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is available to you. Follow it with faith. And I feel that, whatever this devil is, it might be hurts and pains from the past, and they're not sure if they're over them or through them, that the masculine's like, I'd like to start a new relationship with you, but if you can't get over that, if you can't let that other situation go, then maybe I need to protect myself and I can't really commit to the situation. And the female says, wait, don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. So if this was the cards that you picked, the masculine's like, I'm looking at the situation and I really think that we could have a relationship here, but you got to let the stuff go. And she's saying, well, I'm really interested in you. I really am, but I need some time. I just need some time. And so the divine says to the masculine, okay, so you have the wedding card, but in this deck, that doesn't mean to get married. This means that you're feeling pressured to follow things along in the order as prescribed by society around you. And when you get this card, it's more of a warning of just because society says you should do things a certain way doesn't necessarily mean that. So make sure that you're confident. So that Two of Swords energy holding you back is a good thing right now. And her asking you to wait, that's a good thing. So don't go rushing into next steps because maybe it's not time for next steps. And the Divine says to the female, okay, so she has Gaia. And Gaia is about self-protecting. So again, this Two of Swords energy. And so wait. Give it a pause. The female needs to protect and make sure that, so maybe in her previous relationship, she was dominated by the male and she didn't have any freedom of movement, and she's worried about moving into another relationship and losing her sense of identity and her sense of self. And she just wants a break, but she really wants to be in a relationship and she really likes you. But she's worried about being controlled, and she doesn't want to feel controlled. And so you don't be rushing along and trying to take it to the next level before she's ready. All right, so the viewer, whoever is viewing this video, female or male, this is the advice of what to do to take this situation to the next steps. And you have Ace of Wands. So Ace of Wands is about passion. It's about a new beginning. It's about energy. So you're putting energy in, but not pushing. Putting energy in, moving yourself forward. Allowing yourself to release from the negativity of the previous relationship so that you can move forward. If you're female, if you're male, it's about being romantic and showing who you are, but allowing for time and space. It's a very positive card for this. The most likely outcome at the end of June is things are not going to move very fast, very quickly. We have the Hangman. The Hangman is about a pause, a wait to get a better perspective. So this is a slow growing thing. This is not going to happen super fast. So allow it to take the time. Allow it to take the time. Oh, but the underlying issue is the soulmate card. This is a relationship worth waiting for. This is a relationship worth doing the work for. Wow, I have chills. This is really nice. So coming out of a bad relationship and needing time to heal, staying optimistic, understanding that yes, you need to protect yourself and yes, you need to do things in your own time, but have faith in the process and be willing to open up your heart and offer it. And over here on the male side, you look solid. You look solid and very much in order here. And I would just say don't be rushing too hard, too fast. Take your time. Don't rush in. Everything goes in a cycle. Allow the time and the energy for the female to heal. And understand that it's going to take a while. It really is. But this Two of Swords energy is going to have to come down. And it's funny how these laid out like this, because the Two of Swords would really be the feminine trying to protect, and the male, like, I kind of think I want a commitment here. So just allow it time. I'm going to get one more card here for overall guidance for whoever's viewing this, so that you have a crystal that you can follow along with. But don't forget that this was amethyst, and amethyst is about using your intuition. So use your intuition to allow yourself to release from that negative situation. Use your intuition as to when to make moves in this situation. And you have the orbicular jasper. I don't even know how to say that. I'm sorry. It says, my life glides forward with ease. I am mindful, I think, and act with positive energy. So yes, stay optimistic. Allow things to just naturally occur. Just allow the natural occurrence for this. And it says right here, right? Don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. So allow for that time and just let things happen, because this looks really, really good. So, all right. So that is for group one. That is for group one. Wow, those are really great. And we're going to move on to group two. I guess I can just do this. Group two. If you pick group two with the lapis lazuli, whatever, I'm so sorry. I really should work on pronunciation. Probably not going to happen this week. Okay, so this is, so timestamp 1442. All right, so I need to write that down. 1445. I don't have a pen. Hopefully I remember. Okay, So if you picked group 2, hi and welcome back. That would be that you picked the lapis lazuli, or however you say that. All right, so how the cards are going to lay out is, this is the energy of the divine masculine, not divine, but the masculine energy. This is the obstacle that the masculine energy sees. This is how the masculine feels. If the masculine could tell the feminine something, what would they say? And this is the advice from Spirit for the masculine energy. Over here, for the feminine, same thing. Energy of the feminine energy. What is the obstacle that the feminine energy sees? How does the feminine feel? If the feminine could tell the masculine something, what would they say? And advice from the divine for the feminine. This card here represents, well, actually these two cards both represent the current energy of the situation. This card is what steps the viewer, whoever's viewing this video, can take. This is the most likely outcome for June, and this is the underlying factor affecting the whole relationship. So let's start with the masculine. And the current energy of the masculine is, we have the King of Hearts, which is like the King of Cups, and Thor, which is about taking action. So, feeling emotionally balanced, feeling ready to take action, ready to get into this relationship. All right, not bad. Let's start. The feminine is the King of Swords. That's analytical, that's weighing it out, that's trying to find the balance in it. And we also have, okay, so we have a shell. So this is releasing energy from a previous situation, and so it's taking a little longer. It's taking a little longer for the feminine because she's got to work her way through this negative situation that has recently occurred, or maybe from the past, but it's going to take some time to release that negative energy in order to do anything. But she's in the process of it, but I think it's done through analysis. She's not doing it through her heart center, though. She's doing it through her mind, and I think that kind of slows it down. When you really want to release something, it's much better to do it through your heart space than through your mind. But she's in the process of thinking about it. It's like that pre-contemplative thing. So what is the current situation between the two of you? And we have, ooh, 10 of Hearts. And revision. I almost feel like you guys are currently coupled, not a new stage. Okay, so you've been coupled for a while. That's what I should say. You've been coupled for a while, and there's something that has upset the female that she's working her way through, and the male is doing the work trying to help do that. But this revision tells me that there's a process of what was going on in the past may not be what should happen in the future. So let's take a look at this. So somebody's trying to change some part of this. So the masculine considers that there aren't really any obstacles because there's the sun. Doesn't really see what the problem is. Feels like they have all the information they need. They feel like they see things clearly. The female is going through some kind of a spiritual, maybe she's just, okay, so the energy is pulled into herself. It's the Hermit. So the obstacle is maybe spiritual development, or the obstacle is overcoming shyness, but I feel like it's more like the obstacle is finding herself. I think she's doing some deep soul work. That's what we got this release going on. She's taking time for herself. I think that at this point, when I look at this, I feel like you guys have been coupled for a while, and that the masculine needs to be patient. Needs to be patient and allow this to happen. And it's so funny because when I lead the cards out, I don't pick a side on these that they fall this way, and it happened on the last one. Feels like he's all emotionally satisfied, 10 of Hearts situation, and she's going through a revision on the situation. So I kind of feel like that's what's going on. So hang in there. So how does the masculine feel about it? Whew. Okay, the masculine feels like the female needs to release the negative energy. It says release your ex, but that would be releasing the negative energy, whatever it is that you're working through here. And also pay attention to red flags. The signs are cautioning you. And so if you are like hung up on an old relationship and that's what's going on here, it's creating some drama over here. For the masculine who says, I don't really understand what the problem is, you can let all that stuff go. And so I feel like you're being watched, female. The male is watching the female to see what's going on over there. And so the female feels like she needs to talk to her friends. She needs to work this out. Ask for and accept support from others. And I feel like maybe perhaps while you're talking it out with your friends, you might want to include your significant other. And this situation is calling for you to have faith. We have trust. So she feels confident in the people that she's telling the stuff to. This one over here is thinking, I don't understand what's happening exactly. I wish you would get over it. All right, so if the masculine could tell the feminine something, it says embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. Yes, he is like, I am right here. I'm right here. If you need a friend, I'm right here. If you need someone to talk to, I'm right here. If you need a support system, I'm right here. I am right here for you. I've got this King of Cups energy. I'm thinking 10 of Cups. I'm thinking emotional. The sun is shining. I'm open. And I'm here. And if she could say something to him, it would be healing. Imagine yourself. Imagine your beloved surrounded by light, feeling your relationship being healed at this very moment. She's saying, I'm working on it. Have patience, please. I'm working on it. Just bear with me a little bit longer. And it also says, give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all your heart truly desires. This situation is being healed, divine masculine energy. The feminine energy is working, doing the work, going inside, doing the releasing. She's actually doing it through her head, not her heart space, but hang in there. Because maybe she needs to work through it that way first. And then in the heart space, the healing happens. So if you can just hang in here, I know you're like, oh my God, get over it already. Hang in there. Because she wants you to know she is healing and she is doing the work and that what you want is coming. The advice to you from the divine is you have scepter. And scepter is about... I think it's about standing. I have to go to the book. This is a new deck for me, and I really like it. It's the Moon Oracle. I'm pretty sure this is about you staying balanced. Okay. You have a desire to rise above your station in life. You crave recognition and respect and wish to be viewed as a pillar of society. This card reminds you that to achieve such a position, you generally have to employ a significant amount of good planning and forethought. I think that you really want to be recognized and appreciated by your significant other. So planning and forethought, paying attention to the red flags, yes. But being aware that this healing is going on, I really think patience is what's being called for here. And for the feminine energy, the advice is you being supportive and helpful to your significant other will move the wheel forward, will create success. It is in being the helper. So if you guys, and it looks like you've been together for a long time, so it looks like you come up with the plans, you think things through, you're like, this is what we need to do, and when the feminine gets on board and says, yes, what can I do to help, that really builds your relationship and trust. So whoever is viewing this, what should you do? We have the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles is about understanding that this is a new beginning, this is planting the seed, but it has a lot of potential for growth. But it needs to be cared for and nurtured, and keep the weeds out of the garden, and, you know, water it with the love, and give it plenty of light and enough space, right? You can't let the weeds crowd in around it. So it needs space, it needs nutrients, it needs emotional support, the water, right? The sun shining on it, it needs all the good stuff. So tend this situation like you would a garden. And the most likely outcome for the month of June is the Star card. There's so much hope here, and it is divinely guided. The Star card is about having divine help. You have divine help. This is beautiful. And the underlying issue here is financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. And so that could be this Pentacles card right here. This could be maybe over here a recent loss of a job, and then just kind of shook the confidence of your partner, and you need to allow time for her to heal, even though you think she should just get over it. Money might be tight. There might be like some arguments that came up from that. There also looks like there's some financial decisions to be made, because that's what this is about, careful planning and forethought. And the feminine needs to allow you to do this thinking and pitch in and help. Because this looks like a long-term relationship that's been going on for some time now. And so maybe that's what their vision is. Maybe you have to downsize. Maybe you have to do something to make things just a little bit different, a little bit better. And here you are trying to take action on this. This looks pretty solid. So this is about using your intuition and speaking your truth. So doing both. And King of Cups is very good at being emotionally balanced, but also in tune with their emotions and their intuition. So let's get you, whoever's viewing this, another little piece of guidance. But this looks pretty good. This looks pretty good. You have Jade. I am incredibly lucky. I always have plenty of money with plenty to spare. So finances have definitely caused a little bit of distraction in your relationship. It's caused a little like friction. And because we have finances and careers at the root, and now your card here for your affirmation is, I am incredibly lucky. I always have plenty of money with plenty to spare. So if you're worried about finances, this is what you want to say. Because if you say, I never have enough, or we always have this problem, or money's always an issue, then it will be. So instead, focus on your ability to manifest, your ability to create wealth, and really do the thinking and figure out how to get to where you need to go. And if you're the female, you are actually in the position in this particular situation, not in all situations, but in this particular situation, Spirit's asking you to help. Be a helper, be willing to go along and jump in and help where you can. And so it says, I am incredibly lucky. I always have plenty of money with plenty to spare. So love looks, you know, like maybe you're hitting a rough patch, but you have divine help coming with that Star card. So I think that looks pretty solid, and you can work your way through this. But this looks like it's definitely been a long-term relationship here. All right, let's move on to Group 3. Group 3. Hi there, Group 3. So this is your reading. I'm going to go through and explain where the positions of the cards are so that you can follow along. So we're going to start over here with the Divine Masculine. Well, not Divine. I don't know why I keep saying this because this is not a twin flame reading. This is a relationship reading. So this is the energy of the masculine energy currently. This is what the masculine considers to be the obstacle. This is how the masculine feels. If the masculine could tell the feminine something, this is what they would say. This is the advice that Spirit has for the masculine energy. This is the female energy currently. What does the female consider to be the obstacle? How does the female feel? The female could tell the male something. What would she say? This is advice from Divine for the female. This is the current situation of the relationship. This is whoever is viewing this video, the best way to handle the situation. This card is the most likely outcome at the end of June, and the cards here represent the underlying factors of this relationship situation. Okay, start with the masculine. So currently the masculine, we have the Knight of Pentacles and, Typhoon, anger and rage. Okay, two things come to mind. Typhoons, you see them coming. Like typhoon, hurricane, you see it massing, you see the storm clouds gathering, and they're very destructive. And the Knight of Pentacles is very slow moving, and so I feel like we have like a real rainmaker here. Like this situation, the masculine is currently has a slow burning anger happening over some situation that's going to create a storm. A massively large storm that can do a lot of damage. That doesn't look great, I'll be honest. The feminine energy is, okay, so here we have the Queen of Pentacles, which is very nurturing and caregiving and loving and growth-oriented energy, but we also have Isis, so that's about protecting what she's growing, protecting relationships, protecting herself. So it looks like the masculine's kind of on the warpath, and the feminine is in self-protect mode. Oof. Okay. No wonder we had Jet. Jet's about healing these kinds of situations. All right. So we have, excellent. The current situation, we have healing. We have stability, and we have a solution. Okay. The current situation is there is an opportunity to heal it, to create stability, to find a situation that will help resolve this, whatever the storm cloud is here. All right, the masculine, what does he consider the obstacle? We have the moon. It's secrets. Secrets are creating an obstacle. I don't know whose secrets, but you're aware of the secrets because you know that this is the obstacle. So either the feminine's not telling you everything and you know she's not, and that's why you're getting angry, or you're keeping secrets and you're worried about them coming out. The female's obstacle is the Lovers. That's about making a choice. So does she think that you have a lover and you're trying to decide who to be with? Or does she have a lover and she's trying to decide who to be with? Or there is a decision that has to be made that's going to affect the relationship, because the Lover's card represents a choice, but it doesn't have to be about choosing one person over the other. So it could be a choice about taking a job in another place where everybody has to move, or because look, you're trying to come up with a creative situation. The Six of Swords also can be about moving near water, over water, stability, trying to find a solution. It could be that. All right. How do you feel? How does the male energy feel? They feel passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Well, anger is a form of passion too. This is the other side of it. It's like two sides of the coin. But if it's a secret passion, if you have, oh, please don't be a cheater. Okay, female, retreat. It is time to disconnect from the world. That's how she feels. This really looks like the masculine energy is cheating on the feminine energy. I hope I'm wrong. All right, here we have, what would the masculine tell the feminine if he could? Oh boy. When you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love, and freedom. There is nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. It's almost as though he's saying, hey, look, we've had a great run, but if you need to go because you don't like what's happening here, go ahead and go. I don't see anything here that says that they're married. And it just might be that this relationship is really struggling to stay together. And he's like, you know what? If you feel like you need to go since you're retreating, so maybe he's feeling passion for her and reaching out to her, and she's like, I just need some space. And he's like, hey, if you want to go, go. And maybe it's not about cheating at all. Maybe he's confused. The moon would mean that he doesn't have all the information. Maybe he's confused about things, and she's over here trying to make a decision, and he doesn't really understand what she's trying to make a decision about. And maybe that's what's ticking him off so much, and she's in self-protect mode, maybe from a previous relationship that really upset her, and she's like being triggered and doesn't know what to do with it. And he's like, I don't know what your problem is. I have all this passion for you, and I'm willing to work on this because, you know, the Knight of Pentacles is willing to work hard, and you don't seem to be putting any energy in over here. It looks like you're all self-protecting and retreating into yourself. So if you need to go, go. That's also a storyline that could be coming out of this. What would she tell him if she could? It says, deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. Wow, it's like both sides are saying, hey, look, you do what you need to do. It's like you're both waiting for the other one to make a decision. All right, what information, guidance would... okay, would the divine give you? I'm going to have to look these up. This one right here, though, that's about cheating. Let me just look, though. New deck. I don't really know everything in it yet. All right, so Palace, it just opened right up to it, so let's start there. If you select this card, there's a tendency to exaggerate and overindulgence, and the desire to have the world your... I can't read this. Okay. And desire to show the world your pleasure is strong. This card also denotes unthinking extravagance over generosity for effect and desire to impress. So that coupled with the cheater card, because this one says here, just so that if you draw this card, you or someone else of relevance in the matter. The question is experiencing a sudden overwhelming feeling of love. That's nice. This card can express itself as a surprising but ultimately long-lasting relationship to a brief liaison or a regretted love affair. It denotes a situation in which you are shaken out of an emotional groove as unexpected excitement and even passion is aroused by meeting someone new. If you're feeling like you're not getting what you need in this relationship, masculine, chances look good. The divine's saying, hey, if you are feeling under appreciated, there might be somebody new coming along. Let's see what it says for her. We have the confession and the fall. This really looks like a breakup. I hate to say that, but I feel like the masculine isn't getting what he needs and the feminine is retreating. Maybe old wounds that needed to heal haven't been being healed. The fall right here says, if you draw this card, you are faced with a conflict between the desire for recklessness and the need for caution. You may be experiencing doubt just before or just after acting impulsively. You may be having second thoughts about an idea and the need to go back to the drawing board. The card reveals that somehow a wrong decision has been made and suggests that there could be still time to rectify the mistake. And then we have the confession. The confession is about trusting someone enough to talk to them and tell them what's going on. And that's the advice. So, feminine. Maybe you think this relationship is a mistake. Maybe it's time to talk to the masculine before it's too late. And explain to them what it is that you're so worried about. What happened in the past that hurt you so much? What's got you so concerned and confused? Because I think that if you keep your silence, I think if you keep self-protecting, he's walking away. I think he's willing to do the work. Knight of Pentacles doesn't move quickly. But I think he's just about had enough because we have the Typhoon. And he doesn't really understand. And I think that there are other opportunities out there. So if you're viewing this, what can you do in this situation? We have the Ace of Cups. So whoever is watching this, if you're the male and you want this relationship to work, try being a little more open with your loving. And allow space and encourage the conversation instead of saying, you know what, if you don't want to be in this relationship, just go. That's not going to open the conversation. But if you say, look, I can tell you really something's bothering you. Can we talk about it? You know, I'm here for you. I think if you choose loving words and kind actions, you might be able to unlock the key, you know, have the key to unlock the conversation that you need to have. If you're the female and you are self-protecting because of past hurts and things that you've gone through and you're just retreating into yourself, you need to open your heart to love. You need to give the love and open your heart to receive the love. And I think it starts by loving yourself. Always it starts by loving yourself, either male or female here. If you love yourself enough, you'll know what to do. And the most likely outcome for the month of June, of course it is, it's the Tower. Things are coming to a head. Things are coming to a head. The Tower does not mean total destruction, but it does mean destruction of the way things currently are. So, what is going on here is not working. It's not working. Conversation needs to be had. And opening your heart and being willing to risk a little if you want to have a relationship that works, looks like it's going to need to be had. And what is the root of the problem? We have attraction and deception. You guys are very attracted to each other, but there's too much secrets. There also could be someone's attracted to someone else, and there's secrets about that. Too many secrets, not enough conversation. I think that full moon that comes up at the end of the month, when would it be? I want to say the 17th of June. I think that's going to shed some light. Conversations are going to be had. That's a full moon in Sagittarius. Sagittarius seeks knowledge. And Jupiter is in Sagittarius, and that's going to expand the knowledge. Full moon is going to illuminate things. Conversations are going to have to be had. That looks tough. All right, whoever's viewing this, let me get you another piece of guidance here. Good fortune is the result of good thoughts and actions. I am grateful for my blessings, Peridot. And another green one. We have pre-night. I accept the impermanence of all things. I know that change brings renewal and goodness. Well, change is definitely coming because you have the Tower card. You have the Tower card. Change is going to happen, but it looks like the change is going to be for the better. I don't know what that means. That means either you change your relationship and allow it to be based in truth and openness, or you both decide just to move on. Because the current situation is there's healing that needs to happen. There you need a solution in order to create stability. This looks very not stable. Not stable at all. So, all right, well, that looks tough. All right. Hazel, let me know what you think about the readings in general. I hope they resonated and that they were helpful. So let me know, all right? And I will get those new moon readings out. You take care, and we'll talk soon.